Hello, Stephanie.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good, very good, thank you. Happy to talk with you this morning.
I'm delighted to talk to you. I think we should talk about all the juicy secrets and stuff. If you want dirt on Drew, I'll dish dirt on Drew.
Oh man, well is that what twins do to each other then?
Of course, that's what any siblings do to each other.
It's true. Yeah, I'm one of five kids, so
Oh my goodness.
we had a lot of fun growing up.
Where's
Um,
home?
I'm from Massachusetts,
Okay.
and I actually live in North Carolina now, and we're all spread all over the country, so um,
Nice.
we don't get to see each other much, but
But it's a
it's
good
fun to
excuse to
reminisce about
travel
our
and
childhood.
yeah, it's a good excuse to travel a little and visit across the country.
That's right. That's what we do. Yeah, yeah. Now you have. I know you have at least two brothers, right?
I do. I've got my twin brother, and then I've got another brother who's 2 years older. And we fortunately all live in Vegas within about half an hour of each other, so we see each other a lot.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I'm sure you guys had a fun childhood too.
We've got some stories, yeah.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, cool. Well, so they're going to be coming in and telling us when the interview starts.
Yeah, I think so. We can jump right in if you want to jump right in. Totally up to you.
Okay. Do you know if they're recording at this point?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, today I have a very special guest with us. He's known for his awesome shows on HGTV, like Property Brothers and Brother versus Brother. And this guest is none other than Mr. Jonathan Scott. Jonathan, thank you for joining us today.
I feel like I want you to introduce me every time because you're very good at it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime. All right. Well, listen, Jonathan's here to give us a few tips on improving our homes this summer and, very importantly, doing it on a budget because most of us do have a limited budget. Jonathan, can I come in and ask you a question about my own home first, if you don't mind?
I knew you had an ulterior motive to having me on the show. You want me to come in and do your kitchen, don't you?
Oh my goodness, that would be awesome. We live in a 50-year-old ranch home. Okay, it's on a full basement, but this basement is unfinished. It's a great space that walks right out into the backyard, and we'd like to finish it soon. And we actually would be selling the house in a couple of years. So as we finish it, we want to think about potential home buyers. So I wanted to ask you, what kind of space should we go for? Should we look for adding a fourth bedroom, another bathroom, a family room, more storage? What do you think home buyers are looking for in the full basement?
Well, it's actually interesting because every market has its own demand. And I always say to clients, you want to talk to a real estate professional in your area who knows specifically what those buyers are looking for. People do like having the extra bedroom, but they also like having a flex space too. So they're the ones that will really be able to identify specifically in your area what people want. But I say, especially in a 50s home, you've got great character in a house of that age. When you're doing, prepping it to sell or even just for your own use, you want to make sure that it has today's luxury, today's amenities, but also has the character of the era. So that's why, I love transitional designs where you're blending the modern with something that's maybe a little mid-century, just a little character, and you can find those pieces everywhere and spruce them up to fit into your design.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. I think we have a lot of potential with our home, and I can't wait to keep working on improvements. So, do you have any tips as far as general home improvement and doing it on a budget?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for homeowners is they have to understand you don't have to break the bank just to fix a place up, whether you're going to sell or whether it's for your own use. There are a million things that you can do to add value. On Property Brothers, for example, the grimy houses that we show, people think you must stage those. There's no way that those are for sale looking like that. And they are. People put the houses on the market, and it's a missed opportunity because just cleaning up the house alone, you'd see an increase in value. People would offer you more money. But then going in and painting that picture for buyers and staging it appropriately, making it look like a show home, you can add 20 plus $1,000 that way. So yeah, one of the things I say to clients is, look at opportunities that are within your comfort zone, things that you can take on yourself, and sometimes that'll be things like paint, maybe flooring, baseboards, stuff like that. But if it's ever something a little, more particular where you need to have a professional trade come in, like electrical, plumbing, structural, make sure that you bring in the pros where needed. Never extend yourself beyond your comfort zone. But yeah, it all comes down to, actually, one of the reasons I partnered with Tide, Tide Oxy multi-purpose stain removal, is very important for me to do what you can that's going to add value to the home without spending a bunch of money. So on Property Brothers, I'd say at least 50% of the items I have in a design on Property Brothers are actually items that are already owned by the homeowner. They don't even recognize it because either I've reupholstered it, I've repainted it, but most of the time I've just cleaned it up. And you don't need to have a million cleaners, and Tide Oxy, I'll literally use it inside the laundry, but there's like 225 other uses around the house for it too. So I'll clean up patio furniture and clean up carpet and upholstery, stuff like that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure and get myself done. Do you have any tips for DIYers like myself? We talked about how sometimes you do need to call in the pros. Is there a certain point when you're like, I better get on the phone, or at that point maybe is it already too late?
Yeah, the biggest thing you need to be aware of is code is there for a reason. Permits are there for a reason. So you always want to make sure whatever project you're taking on, understand that you need to get the applicable permits, because it's important to make sure things are being done properly and that they're being done safely. So that's one thing, recognizing when you need to bring in professionals for that. But also we say make sure that you're not over renovating. Sometimes people will put in this beautiful feature, this expensive feature, and they don't realize that at the end of the day, homeowners aren't willing to spend more money on that. Home buyers, rather, are not willing to spend more money on it. Prime example is in a first-time buyer community. You don't want to spend a whole bunch of extra money on stone countertops when first-time buyers, they can't afford stone countertops, they just want countertops. So understand, and again, that's where the real estate professional comes in, understand what brings the most value, and nothing shows a home better than making it sparkle and shine, getting rid of that ick factor. That'll sell a house faster than the one down the street that's dingy.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. And you touched on countertops. Let me ask you, I know laminate's come a long way, but is it ever okay to put laminate in the kitchen, or should you be looking for a higher class feature with that?
I try to look at the community and see what the demand is of the buyers in that community. Most communities, laminate is not adding any value, so you want to be
Right.
careful. Anytime, if it's like a basement suite or if it's a rental property, then there are actually laminate products that are great, and they look a lot like the stone, and they clean very easily. But I try to make sure that, I'll put in something like butcher block. That's great, especially as an accent on an island. Or try and stick with a stone countertop. You can get, entry-level stone for a very affordable price, and it's worth it if you can save a little extra money by doing maybe prefab cabinets. I'd say 80% of the kitchens I do on Property Brothers, they're prefab cabinets that I finish off with the right crown and light rail and trim to make it look custom, but I use that extra savings, and the quality of the prefab cabinets today is great. I use that to buy the stone countertops and the fixtures.
That's a great idea. Yeah, we'll be finishing up our kitchen eventually, and we just have that laminate right now, but I think upgrading to the stone would be a great feature for us.
I thought that's what we talked about. I was going to come over and do your kitchen, you were going to prep a
Yeah.
meal for me, and then we'll call it even.
What's your favorite meal then? I'll be ready.
Well, if you can cook haggis with Yorkshire pudding, I'm Scottish, so, get practicing, and maybe I'll show up on your doorstep.
Okay, I'll be ready and waiting. So Jonathan, what are you guys working on right now? I know you've got a couple shows under your belt. Are there any new shows we can expect from the brothers?
Yeah, the second season of Brother vs. Brother airs June 8th on HGTV, so that's coming up right now. Drew kind of kicked my butt last year, so I'm ready, I am primed. We have these 10 people who want to be the next big thing in home improvement, and it's a fun competition, but it is going to be a good show.
Yeah, I bet. I've been looking forward to watching it. I did love that first season. So do you really enjoy working with your brother, or do you think that it has its issues as well?
No, I enjoyed working with Drew. He's very particular. He likes his stuff a certain way. He sometimes thinks that he knows the best way to do things. I pretend that I'm letting him make all the answers, but we know I'm actually the puppet master. I control all of the decisions. So, and he's probably listening right now. So now I'm in trouble. But no, we have a blast.
Right.
I wouldn't want to work with anyone other than my brothers.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. I'm a family girl myself, so I totally understand that. Jonathan, I want to thank you for your time. I don't have any more questions for you because I'm just so excited to get out and watch some more of your shows. But again, thank you for your time.
I expect to see you on social media. I want you to send me, pictures of the basement suite so I can send you my suggestions. Actually, that's a good point too. You
Sure.
can hit us up with questions through social media, or even go to Tide.com and you can see more about the campaign that I'm doing with them to spruce up all these different pieces that we picked up through flea markets and online. So yeah, I'm very engaged through social media. So come online and I'll meet you there.
Great. We'll see you on Facebook. We'll see you on Twitter, and we'll see you everywhere else then.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan.